So I guess in this finalizing video, let's just finalize everything. So let's just run down the entire checklist. So uh, what's description? So I usually, like I already obviously explained to you how to make the description, but just on a regular basis, I recommend you to establish your kind of a template for description and just use the same thing. So I'm just gonna copy it from here. And I'm not encouraging you to copy my description. Actually, what works for me might not work for you. This is my own custom description. I personally selected all the emojis, all the phrasings. So, I didn't copy from anybody. So just develop your own. It's not that hard. So anyway, once you pasted your, let's say, your old description, yeah, so in this case, I would just change Stoic to health videos because the course is about health videos. But otherwise, I'm gonna leave that description in because it has the keyword. Then I'm gonna leave it like that. Let's say the tools are the same. It doesn't matter. Let's say it's the same Google Doc. Let's say it's the same collection of AI tools. Otherwise, I'm just gonna change out the links. But I mean, it's obvious. Then in here, I would also. So what I do then is I go to my channel and I perform this trick. So naturally, if I copy this from my most recent video, it's the links are not going to include my most recent video. So then I would go here and then I would copy the link of my most recent video and then I would add it here so that it does include the link. So that basically people are funneled to my most recent video or it's at least at the top of the list, right? So then I'm just going to add it here. And then once this video we're looking at right now goes live, then the link to this video is actually going to be added to a bunch of these descriptions or to my most performing videos, not all of them, just a couple of performing ones. So the traffic that already comes here is also redirected to the new video as well. Um, yeah, that's kind of the game. So next up, subscribe. Actually, it's weird on YouTube. You cannot just copy paste the subscribe thing, so you actually have to type it out. And then I'm just gonna do AI guy. The Instagram, Telegram is fine like that. They automatically become hyperlinks. So yeah, again, just another link to a playlist just to have it. And then yeah, just obviously change out the timestamps, shuffle around some keywords, and then yeah, whatever, we're gonna add it to a playlist. Then done. And then yeah, so in the audience, I'm gonna select no right here. Do you want to restrict your video to an adult audience? No. No, do not select it. Altered content, no. Automatic chapters, yes. Featured places, yes. Automatic concepts, yes. Although I don't know what it is, but whenever YouTube experimenting, just allow it because why not? You're gonna get more views that way. So tags, I also recommend to have some kind of a similar group tag and just have your channel ranked or rather attached to these tags. So what I do naturally is just copy my own tags and then just paste them here. There will be obviously tags that are relevant only to that video. So for example, like Stoic tutorial or Canva. I didn't even have Canva in this video, or Stoicism or um, yeah, whatever. And then I would just change out like I had health videos tutorials. So I'll just have like health videos, right, or health tutorial. And then you could also go to vidIQ and then type in your video title and ask it to provide you with relevant tags for this video and your niche. And if you have your channel connected to vidIQ, vidIQ would know what tags are trending in your niche. So, or you could also look here and like refresh tags and have some tags suggested to you. So if we keep going, have your language selected. Obviously, title, I guess you could have it selected, doesn't really matter. So recording date, it's optional. So allow embedding, publish, yes. Allow video and audio remixing. Um, yes. Also, I just remembered something about this. So obviously, always have this turned on. But if you're doing like, let's say if I decide to do some creative freedom, right? And my channel is obviously about AI and like tutorials and like super edited. But then one day I decide to upload a vlog. It's just like a vlog video of me talking. It's not something I normally upload on this channel. So what would happen is I would upload this video, and then it would obviously start getting recommended to people. It would show up in the notifications, and then people have the picture in mind that, hey, this person, AI guy, he posts AI tutorials, right, editing stuff, and they click on the video and they see me in a vlog, like walking around somewhere. They're like, what the heck? And they just click off the video. And so it's gonna kill your video, it's gonna ruin your click-through rate, and most importantly, it's gonna ruin your audience's picture about you. They're gonna be like, I subscribe to tutorials and he's posting vlogs. So if you deselect this, your video will not be recommended. Your video will not be pushed in notifications. Um, and only the loyal subscribers will be able to see your video through the channel pages, right? So they will actually have to go to your channel, and they would have to manually click on this video. Actually, an example of this situation when I did this on my channel. So first of all, I did this experimental video. The concept I stole from Alex Ramosi. So I just created this podcast with the AI character. Um, and it didn't do any views, but I didn't have it selected because I didn't want to take the risk, to notify my viewers with this video. Same happened here. Drop shipping is not my thing, but I just did a drop shipping video, and so I didn't notify anybody. But with that said, yeah, that's all really. And then the next thing you're gonna make sure to check on is the subtitles. You need to have a file uploaded. If you don't have one uploaded, you would just yeah. So you go to subtitles, you go right here, you click on upload file, and then you upload your SRT file, which you will get from CapCut, just like that. Boom, done. It's important to have captions. So now you would have end screens. This is how I do my end screens. So just go right here, and then so there is a few ways to go about it. If in the end of the video you're talking about people going to a particular video, right? Sometimes I'm like, hey, I recently created this historical documentary, go check it out. And as I say this, I'll be featuring it on the screen so they know exactly what I'm talking about. In that case, as you can see right here, I would have the exact video selected, which is to get recommended to people, right? If you don't want that, if you want them to just see the best for viewer, you just select best for viewer. But I recommend you to recommend your viewers your most popular video, right? Or have them, or be like, I recently created this video, blah blah blah, go check it out. And then they know what they're clicking on. That's the best. And then on the right side, I always have my YouTube automation playlist, which you're already familiar with from the playlists chapter. So yeah, that's how I have my end screen. I have the video and the playlist, and it just works for me fine. So always have it. Cards. Also, you can have cards. You can be smart about it. You can have your video, and then in the middle of the video, you mention your other video, and then you just, let's say this one, and then we select the timestamp of, like, it happened on the 10th minute, let's say, or whatever. It happened right here. And so right here, people are gonna see this link, linking to your video or anywhere online, I believe. It's also, like I mentioned previously, you should already be familiar with that, is subtitles. And you should be targeting realistically, this is how you would do it. So we want to target the European regions and all English speaking regions in the world. So that we reach the people with the highest buy power. So I kind of remember this list off top of my head with, like, the countries and languages with the highest buy power. So I have Chinese from Hong Kong and Singapore, because Singapore is a very wealthy region. So I want people to see my videos. Then I have Dutch. Then I have Czech. Then I have Danish. Then I have Dutch, the Netherlands version. So it specifically shows up to people in Netherlands. Then I have German and the, like, all kinds of German, all four, because German speaking regions, all of them are some of the wealthiest anyway in terms of RPM. So we want to have them all. So Then we're gonna do. I think we just skipped one. We're gonna do Estonian. We're gonna do Finnish next. So next up, we're gonna do all variations of French, especially the French in Canada or Switzerland as well. So this looks like my typical upload playlist. So that would be all the languages I add to my videos. Those would be the regions with the highest buy power. I just remembered about Ireland, and I believe that would be it. Um, yeah, so feel free to pause the video, verify that you're using the same ones. Obviously, to actually don't refresh or leave this page once you add them because they won't save that way. Then you just hit like this, you translate, and then you just hit on here and you do just Google Translate, auto translate. That's it. And just like that, you have Chinese language captions and title in your video. Just it makes complete, like it makes 100% sense to have it, and it makes no sense not to have it. And with that said, I literally have not seen anybody talking about this. I figured this out on my own to do this. Like, so please utilize this information. It's rare to find online. No, like no one talks about it. But if we actually go to my analytics in my audience, uh, look, a lot of my audience is from Germany for sure. Germany. We're obviously going to have these countries where, you know, whatever, we're going to have them regardless. But Germany, Canada, Indonesia, I always quite often add Indonesian language. France. So, it's just another, it's 5,000 people watching from France in the past 28 days. I don't know. It doesn't show exactly where they came or how they got to my videos or why. It doesn't show like that my videos were shown to them in their native language, but it's definitely a possibility. I had people saying to me, actually asking me if I'm French, if I'm German, whatever, because they saw my videos in their native language. So, and that's how they found out about me in the first place, is because my videos were shown to them on their homepage in their native language. So it is time consuming though. It is for dedicated people. Like it does take extra 10 minutes. And when you trust me, when you're cooked already and you just finished editing your video, last thing you want to do is sit here like a degenerate and add these subtitles, but you absolutely should. So, yeah, I guess I think that's really all there is to say about finalizing an upload. That's absolutely everything as far as pre-upload game. So now let's say we, let's say the peak time is from afternoon until 2 p.m. So let's say the time right now is 8 in the morning or 7:30 in the morning, and I'm preparing to upload the video. I'm always online when the video goes live, even though it's scheduled. So I would schedule it for like this for 8 in the morning, let's say, and then I would get up at 7:30 in the morning, and then what I would do is I actually build up all these comments um, for like I build up all this engagement, right? Because what happens when you like your viewers' comment and you respond to their comment, you do both, they get a notification on their phone that, hey, AI guy replied to your comment. So, again, this is something I came up with myself. I never saw anyone talking about this online, so you better pay attention right now. Um, what you do, or what I do, is once the video goes live, I start mass responding to all these comments. Like I don't want to do it now because I'm literally dropping a video in a day or two, so I'm preserving all these comments and engagement. But I would literally take like 1 hour and respond to all of these comments at once. It's quite challenging, but yeah, it's a long thing. So the next thing, I actually have an additional whiteboard with. So right now we're getting to post upload game because actually, like you think you just post the video and it ends right there. No, you're still at work. You're still doing the thing to make the video blow up. So I'm actually going to read out to you my upload checklist that I have written out. So first of all, the thing is about uploading is when the video goes live, especially if you're a newer channel, you really should drive the views on your video within the first like 24 hours, even within the first 10 hours. The first 10 hours are usually deciding, you know. So first of all, from day one, you should start building out like a Telegram community, like I do, like a Telegram channel or an Instagram, just to kind of have the place to hang out with your viewers. Because again, YouTube sometimes it just doesn't show your video on the homepage. It just doesn't send notification. And I mean, come on, you just want to have a place to let your viewers know that the video is live. Like, do you seriously only want to rely on this freaking homepage to notify your viewers about your video, given how much competition there is? No, it's insane. You don't want to do that. So what you want to do is build up those communities, side communities, and as soon as your video is live, you notify them. You'd be like, the video is live, let's go watch it. Or another, actually, a better strategy, it's something I started doing only recently, is you start notifying your viewers like 2 days before, like a week before, or rather 5 days before. Then you're like, oh, video goes live in 5 days. And then 2 days later, you're like, oh, video goes live in 3 days. Then you're like 12 hours, 1 hour, 5 minutes. You just build that hype, and then they're hyped, they're ready, they know about the fact that the video is coming, and they'll be there. And that's only possible to achieve with having a side community. So, yeah, the first step, like I said, is on my checklist. You better be writing it down. I'm not going to have it in description. I'm going to have it specifically in the end of this course. So only those who are dedicated are going to receive this information. So write it down. First of all, is make sure you added all of these, fancy subtitles. So the count should be roughly like 30 plus. You added the subtitles. The next step is you mass replied to your comments in your YouTube studio. So if you have comments built up right here, you're going to start mass replying only after the video goes live. That's number two. Number three would be, um, yeah, I have them as separate ones, but yeah, just posting to your Telegram community and to your Instagram community. And if you have a Telegram, make sure to post and pin that link as well. So, or if you have a chat on Telegram, just pin that link so people have that link visible to them at the top of the interface at all times. The next step will be making sure you actually attached your captions SRT file to the video, right? Then you want to make a post to your YouTube community as well. Right here, this is a place I already told you about, but yeah, just let them know, hey, the video is live, and just like I do myself, just like this, let's go, and then a video link. That's all it takes. But I promise you, it's gonna drive extra traffic. Uh, the next thing is update links on all of your previous videos. So make sure the top videos have the link to your newest video in their description and in the comments, in the pinned comment. And one of the last things is obviously, well, obviously make sure that you enabled monetization. But this is a rather checkpoint for experienced YouTubers. Also, always, I never even talked about it, but always have a pinned comment with your stuff. So I just always have links to my other YouTube videos in the pinned comment, and um, yeah, that's how it goes. So that all of this ultimately collectively helps you to keep traffic on your page and drive new traffic. So I hope you're writing it down. I hope this video brought you some value. And I guess we're finishing up the upload section.